He will continue to do. He will continue to do First Take. He will also be on other platforms under the ESPN umbrella. I know he wanted to do more Monday Night Football. I think he'll be here and there on the Monday Night Football telecast. That's with Troy Aikman and those cats over there. They're doing they're doing extraordinary things to hammer this deal out. Okay. And it could be a lot of things. I, you know, Stephen A. Smith wanted to be the highest. Sounds like to me he'll be getting. It looks like to me he'll be getting more money on the front end, and he'll get the majority of his money on the front end of this contract. It's a short and I'm pretty sure there's language in the contract when he's got a year left on this deal, he can renegotiate it and get another 5-year deal with a bonus, or renegotiate it. I don't know why they did that, or renegotiate it and get a bigger deal. Also, you know, uh, ESPN is going to continue to fund. And he basically talked about how he wants to be flexible, how he wants to not only pursue. One of the things he talked about pursuing is, a lot of people think that he wants to be heavy in politics. That's a possibility that he wants his own show, nighttime show. I think he wants to move on, probably get, in the early days of ESPN, Stephen A. Smith had a nighttime show called Quite Frankly. It did good. But I felt like with that show, as far as the sports audience was concerned, they were, watching the show. I don't know if Quite Frankly transitioned over to politics or entertainment or into music. He certainly dabbled in those areas. I'm show on ESPN. I don't know how it plays out, but there is talk that he's always, has those aspirations. So yeah, I think this is great for Stephen A. Smith. 5-year deal. Congratulations. Give him his flowers. Give him his respect. He was also in the news. I guess he was at a Lakers game, and him and LeBron James confronted one another. A lot of people said that LeBron James walked up to him and told him to leave his son out of, basically quit talking about his son. Your son, I'm sorry, but you can critique what he's doing on the court. Okay. I don't think it's fair fair to compare Bronny James to his father. I don't think it's fair to uh, critique LeBron James' handling of Bronny James. But I do feel like it's inbounds when you're talking about the X's and O's and how he contribute in games that he is in. You can also talk about his performance and his longevity in the NBA and what you foresee LeBron James doing in the foreseeable. You're allowed to do those things. I feel like those things are inbounds, even though I don't think LeBron wants to. But there's, LeBron's a smart guy. He knows that there's not a player in the NBA that is untouchable where you can't talk about them. It just doesn't work that way. But I do feel like there are a lot of people, content creators, journalists, the list goes on and on and on, all crap about Bronny James. And they do it because they don't like LeBron James. So yeah. So yeah. So that's that. So yeah, him and Stephen A. Smith, they confronted one another at a Laker game. Didn't last that long. So it just seemed like LeBron said a few things. You couldn't really tell what Stephen A. Smith was saying because they had the camera behind Stephen A. Smith. I'm pretty sure Stephen A. Smith, said a few things to LeBron James. The conversation didn't even last long. The conversation lasted less than like 10 seconds. So I don't know what you can say in 10 seconds that's going to be meaningful or so that one or the other, spoke their mind and spoke. I'm a big component of confronting but letting the person that you're confronting allow them time to talk. I'm not a big component of walking up to somebody and saying, "Yo, I don't like how you disrespecting my family. I don't like how you disrespecting me." And when the guy starts to rebuttal what you're saying, you just walk away. I'm not a big component of that. I'm not saying, like I said, that video lasted less than 2 seconds. Let's just 5 seconds. And in 5 seconds, LeBron's probably saying a bunch of key points that he wanted to get off his chest. And Stephen A. Smith, when he gets a time to rebuttal, he just walks away. That's what it's looking out. That's what it's looking like on the outside looking in. I don't know that to be true, but it just doesn't look right. It don't sit well to me. I'm a huge component of standing up for yourself. Don't get it twisted or confused. I'm a huge opponent of you standing up for yourself. I'm a huge component of speaking your mind. Okay. But I'm not a big fan of people woofing in a person's face. And when the person that you was woofing on wants to rebuttal, you just walk away. I'm not a huge component of that. And I'm not saying that happened with the conversation with LeBron and Stephen A. Smith. I'm just saying in general, to me that looks kind of iffy to me. You know what I'm saying? It don't sit well with me. All right. So yeah, that's what is going on. That Stephen A. Smith, congratulations, you got your money. It's a 5-year. Let me see other things. Not too much stuff going in